Okay. Well, good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining me for our Zoom yoga class today. It's lovely to have you all here. So we're starting laying on our backs in the semi-supine position with our spines nice and long, shoulder blades sliding down towards the waist. Your feet will be on the floor if you don't have a bolster or a pillow to put under your knees, or otherwise having that bolster or pillow under your knees to just take a little bit of pressure off of the lower back. It's a very good thing to do to have that bolster or pillow. And so feeling the weight of your head resting onto either the floor or the head support. So feeling the back of the head and just slowly starting to roll your head from side to side, just really slowly, as if one side of the brain has gotten a little bit heavier and it tips the head off to the side and it comes back into balance, and then the other side gets heavier and it rolls to the side. So just continue with that, slowly from side to side, and then rolling back to the very centre of the head. Feeling the back of your head resting onto your mat or your head support. And then on the inhale, let the back of the head slide further away, lengthening the neck and bringing the chin towards the throat. And on the exhale, soften, maintaining that nice long neck. We'll do this once more as you inhale, lengthening the back of the head away. And on the exhale, soften. So make any adjustments you need to so you can be still. Having your arms either a little away from the body with the palms up or resting onto your belly. And then take your awareness to the breath in your nostrils. So feeling the touch and the temperature of the breath in your nostrils. Nowhere else to be, nothing to do. Just focus on the breath in the nostrils. Noticing if your mind has wandered, bring it back to your breath. And if you haven't already, bring your hands to rest onto your belly, with the heels of the hands on the floating ribs, the fingers coming towards the centre. And allowing the breath to move down into the low lobes of the lungs. And feeling not only the front but also the sides and the back of this low lobular area expanding as you inhale. And letting go on the exhale. And after your next exhale, bring your hands down by your sides with the palms down. And as you continue to breathe into the low lobes, On the inhale, let the right arm float up towards the ceiling and then come back behind you. The hand touches down behind. And when you're ready to exhale, swap the arms over. So just with the rhythm of your breath, the arms moving, floating. Keeping the shoulders and elbows nice and soft. Smooth, relaxed breaths. And the next time that your right hand comes down by your side, allow it to stay there. On the following exhale, also allow the left arm to come back down by the side. And then bend your knees a little bit more deeply. If you want to, put your feet on top of the bolster or the pillow if you have one. Start to let your legs just rock from side to side. And then removing your bolster. So in the semi-supine position, neck lengthened, spine also lengthened and comfortable. Inhale. On the exhale, bring the right thigh over the body, hold onto the shin, stretch your left leg away. Inhale here, compressing the right thigh into the body. And on the exhale, change the legs, bringing the left over, stretching your right away. Inhale and compress that left thigh into the body. And then as you exhale, swap. So please continue with this. Twice more on each side. With the rhythm of your breath. Slow, gentle movements. And once you've done 2 on each side, bring both knees up over the body, giving them a hug. Letting your legs rock gently from side to side. Come back to the middle, making little circles with the knees now. Massaging the spine. Go back the other way. And then come to the middle. Inhale. On the exhale, engage the pelvic floor, chin to the chest, forehead to the knees, snuggle up into a little ball. If your neck doesn't like this, you could just bring it down, lengthening. And then do bring your head down, widen the knees, slide your hands down the inside of your leg, hold on to the ball of the feet or the big toes, and then have the thighs along the rib cage and lift your feet into the air. Happy baby pose. So you're going to try and draw your feet back behind you if you can. Again, have a little rock from side to side. And then just relax to the center. Weight of the arms, relaxing down, drawing those feet back. And then release, letting the heels come towards the bottom, knees towards each other. And then we'll take our left foot down to the floor, holding on behind the right thigh, and give your toes a little wriggle. And while you're wriggling them, just say thank you to your toes for helping you stay balanced. And now relax the toes and start to circle your ankle. Big, big circles. Nice, smooth, slow circles. Say thank you to your ankle as well, and then roll back the other way. And relax. So we'll bring our right thigh in towards the body closer. Extend through the heel and stretch your leg up into the air. As you inhale, bend that knee again and also bring it back in towards the rib cage. On the exhale, extend through the heel and stretch up. Once more, inhale, bringing the thigh in. Exhale, extend and stretch. All right, so we're going to start to make circles as if we're drawing little circles on the ceiling. These circles are coming from the hip joint, but as you rotate through the circle and maybe make it a little bigger each time around, you feel that there's a different stretch come at various times. Now go back the other way with your circle, trying to keep the sacrum and the tailbone still down onto the floor, relaxing the left foot and buttocks, and then come to the center and settle into the stretch. Weight of leg resting into hip joint. Toes back towards the knee. Feeling a stretch in the back of your leg. So if you're not feeling that, draw your leg further back towards your body. And breathe into the stretch. And bend the knee, taking your ankle onto your left knee, just above the knee. Let your right knee firstly drop out to the side and then bring it in over the belly button and then drop it out, and continue with this a few times, just a gentle movement again through the hip joint. And let the knee drop to the side. Your ankle is still on the left knee. So inhale. On the exhale, lift the left foot, taking the knee towards the chest. Reach your right hand between the legs, holding on behind the left thigh, and the left hand wraps around the outside, holding on behind the left thigh. You want to draw it in towards your body so you can feel a stretch in the right side of the buttocks and hip area. So some people might like to reach further through and hold on to the shin to help increase this stretch a little more. It may feel more comfortable for you, and you might get a better stretch if your left leg is stretched up into the air. So whichever of those options suits you best. Nice long, slow breaths. And then release. Taking the left foot down, slide your right leg the whole way over so the knees are crossed. Take your arms out at 90 degrees to the body, palms up, and let your legs rock from side to side. You can let your head gently move in the opposite direction to your knees. Awareness with the body and any messages that it's sending. Just be gentle with yourself. And then once the legs drop to the right, turning the head to the left, allow them to stay there. Legs being heavy if that feels okay for you. Stretching your iliotibial band along the outside edge of your leg. It's very hard to get a good stretch, and it's also an area that can cause problems, so it's a good idea to do this one. And then inhale, the knees back up. So we're going to straighten out our left leg. Put your right foot on top of your left knee, or step it one bit higher onto the thigh, just above your knee. Left hand to the outside of the right knee. Inhale. And as you exhale, take your knee over to the left, keeping your right shoulder on the floor and turning your head to the right. So we can keep that knee moving all the way over as long as the right shoulder is still touching the floor. And everyone's going to be different. Really relax into it. Inhale, come back to the center. Take your right foot down. Bring your left foot back to semi-supine. Lift up your hips firstly to straighten your spine. And then we'll go through it all on the left side again. So bringing the left thigh over the body, holding on behind the thigh, giving the toes a wriggle and a thank you. Relax the toes, start to circle the ankle. Big, slow ones. And again, thank you, ankle, for carrying me around, keeping me stable. And let's go the other way. To the center, relax the ankle. Inhale, bring the left thigh into the body, extend through the heel. On the exhale, stretch it up into the air. Once more, inhale, compress it in. And exhale, stretching the leg long into the air. So you want to have your leg quite straight, maybe slightly bent, definitely not locked. And then we'll start those circles, like you're drawing a circle on the ceiling with your foot. And we can make the circles a little different, a little larger, I mean, which would also be a little different, I suppose. And then go back the other way. Coming to the center, extending through the heel and settling in to a stretch for your hamstring, back of your leg. And then release, bending your left knee and taking that left ankle just above your right knee to rest. Let your left knee come in and out a few times. And then let the left knee drop out to the left. Inhale. On the exhale, lift the right foot, taking the knee towards the chest, reaching through and holding on behind your left thigh. And then you can do one of the other options if you like, which is either straightening your right leg up into the air, or reaching through and holding on to your right shin. And then we can release the right foot, slide the left knee over so those knees are nice and snuggled up. Taking your arms out at 90 degrees, palms up, and start to rock the legs from side to side, moving your head in the opposite direction. Once the legs drop towards the left, let them stay there for a bit. Turn your head to the right. And then inhale the knees back up. Straighten out your right leg, left foot onto the knee or a little higher. And then right hand to the outside of the left knee. Inhale. And on the exhale, the knee moves towards the right as we keep our left shoulder on the floor, turning the head to the left. And release, coming back to the center, placing your left foot down. Just make an adjustment for your spine, lengthen out both legs, bring your arms down by your sides, and then let's inhale the arms up and over. Have a big stretch from the heels to the fingers. And then exhale the arms back down by the sides. Okay, so please remove head supports if you still have them. Come into semi-supine position with the knees bent and the feet on the floor. Let's step our feet next to each other and back towards your bottom as much as you can. And then just shuffle them away, probably about an inch. Let your heels step out in line with your hip joints, and then let your feet step out, and think about the outsides of your feet being parallel with each other. Okay, so heels of hands onto the frontal hip bones. Inhale, let your tailbone ease away and create a little more space under your lower back. Exhale, flatten the back, draw the navel in and up, engage your pelvic floor. Inhale, tailbone easing away, creating extra space at the lower back. Exhale, flatten the back, engage the pelvic floor, stomach muscles draw towards the spine. Keep your neck nice and long. Take your arms down by your sides. Inhale, let the tailbone ease away. A little more space under the lower back. Palms are down. Going to move into some flowing bridges. Exhale, flatten the back, draw the navel in and up, engage the pelvic floor and start to peel the spine off of the mat, one vertebra at a time until you come up into a bridge. So the hips are lifted and you're resting onto the shoulders and shoulder blades. As you inhale, let your arms come up and over behind as the spine comes down one vertebrae at a time. And then a little arch in the lower back at the end. Exhale, flatten the spine, engage the pelvic floor and start to peel the spine off of the mat one vertebrae at a time as the arms come back down to the floor. Inhale, spine comes down one vertebrae at a time, arms floating up and over. A little arch in the lower back. Exhale, flatten the back, engage the pelvic floor. Up we come into the bridge and this time we're going to stay here. So checking that your neck can be lengthened, that your feet are plugged in like Australian PowerPoints, your knees are stable, the buttocks is slightly tightened, engaging the pelvic floor, and then focusing on the breath. And then let's inhale up onto the toes, let the arms come up and over behind. We're coming down in 3 breaths. As you exhale, let the top third of the spine come down and then hold it there as you inhale. On the next exhale, the middle third of the spine comes down and we hold for the inhale. And on the last exhale, the whole spine comes down. Bring your arms down by your side, lengthen out your legs. Take a couple of long, slow breaths. Okay, let's bend our knees, roll over onto your belly. We'll start with the hands underneath the forehead, relaxing the head down, legs in line with the hips. 3 breaths here, focusing on sending your breath down into the low lobes as you feel your belly press into the mat and the sides and the back expand. And then the whole body will release and relax on the exhale. All right, let's take our arms down by the sides with the palms down. Let your shoulders drop down towards the mat, roll them up towards the ears, up towards the ceiling, and then walk your fingers down towards your feet and broaden the shoulder blades. Making sure you keep your neck nice and long. We'll inhale, raise the head, the right arm and the left leg. Exhale to float down. Inhale, raise the head, left arm and right leg. Exhale and lower. Inhale, raise the head, right arm, left leg. Exhale and lower. Inhale, raise the head, left arm, right leg. So that's the first level. If you want to stay with that, please do. As you exhale, lower. Otherwise, as you inhale, both arms, both legs and your one head will raise. As you float down with control, draw the stomach muscles towards the spine. And again, inhale, raising up. Exhale, float down. So that's the next one if you want to stay with that. Otherwise, we're going to inhale, raise up and hold. So the back muscles, the muscles along the side of your spine will be engaged, helping to lift yourself up into a little back arch. Lengthening through the fingers and toes, and then focusing on the breath to hold. Not forcing, but a little challenge. And then float yourself down, free your hands underneath your forehead and relax your head. Bending your knees, letting your legs rock from side to side like windscreen wipers. And then take the legs down, hands under the shoulders, palms down on the floor, elbows snuggled into the sides. When you're ready, push yourself up onto all fours and move back into a wide-legged child pose. So you're going to widen your knees, big toes towards each other, taking your hips back over your heels, and then letting the head relax down, either onto the mat or onto your hands. And then inhale, come up onto all fours. Knees under hips, hands under shoulders. Making sure if you're keeping your palms down that you are pressing into or taking the weight of your hands into the thumb and index finger knuckle. Remember, you can also come up onto your fists with the thumbs pointing ahead to lengthen the wrists. So we're going to do some cat breaths. Long spine, broad shoulders. Start from the tailbone as you inhale, let it ease back and up. Let the front of the body start to move towards the mat. Roll the shoulders back, lift the chin. And then exhale, tuck the tailbone, slowly round out through the spine, one vertebra at a time, bringing the chin towards the chest. Back to the tailbone, inhale, keep a little tone in the belly, don't really drop right through the lower back as you let your body come forward and you lift your chin. And then exhaling and rounding out. So just a couple more times in your own time with your eyes closed. Think about where you're putting the pressure of your hands. And then slowly through the movement. And then as you inhale, return to the center. Straighten out your left leg, have the toes tucked under. Now you're going to lift that foot and take it all the way across over to the right, as far as you can sort of take it, and then put the toes onto the floor. Then you're going to look towards that foot, looking towards your left foot, stretching along the right side of the body. No, the left side of the body. And then return your head to the center, lift the foot, bring it back, knee down, and we'll do the other side. So firstly, straighten out your right leg, toes tucked under, lift the foot, take it across to the left as far as you can, and then look towards your right foot. Lift the foot, bring it back, and bring the knee down. So tuck your toes under, walk your fingers back, and sit onto your heels. Sitting here, enjoying the stretch for your feet. Give your wrists a roll. Move the other way. And then come back down. So open out the ankles. We're going to take our left arm just out to the side so it's parallel with the floor, the palms facing down. Now you're going to thread it underneath your right hand. So the palms facing up. Keep it going the whole way through until your shoulder comes down onto the floor. So that's the left shoulder on the floor. Your left ear will also come to the floor. And then you can either leave your right elbow pointing up, relaxing, or you can slide it away. So both arms are long, they're just pointing in different directions. And then try and lean your hips a little bit back towards the left. And hopefully you're getting a stretch into the shoulder blade area. All right, so bring your right hand back, palm down, press into it, bring yourself up and place that left hand down. So the other side, we're going to take our right arm parallel to the floor with the palm down. It's going to slide underneath. You'll be looking at the palm as it slides all the way through under the right arm. Keep it going until your shoulder comes onto the floor and then your ear comes onto the floor. Either relaxing the left elbow, lifting it up, or sliding your left arm away also. So sliding it long up above your head. And then maybe take the weight back towards the right hip a little. Bring your left hand back, press into it as you bring yourself up onto all fours again. Tucking the toes under, bringing your fingers back, lifting your knees, and then either standing up or hinging yourself up. So we've come up to standing. Feet a comfortable distance apart, a little bit of body wrapping, just a nice thing to do. Come back to the centre, feet underneath the hips. Start to rock forward onto your toes and then back onto your heels. Forward and back. And as you do this, start to let your arms join in, letting them swing forward as you come onto your toes and back as you come onto your heels. The knees will bend. Start to let the arm movements get a bit bigger, becoming a little bit more vigorous with it. This is a really good way to warm up. If you're feeling low in energy, this is an excellent thing to do. And if you're missing the ski fields, you can just pretend that you're skiing. All right, so a couple more. And relax. Step the feet out wider. And bend your knees. Hands onto your knees. So you don't want to put a lot of weight onto your knees, you're just holding them there and helping you balance. You might have to adjust your feet as we go. So just start to glide from side to side. So feel a stretch along the inner thigh. And then come to the middle. So just relaxing your thumbs forward now. Keeping your spine nice and long, and don't dip your spine down. It's the shoulders that are really moving. Now we're going to let our right shoulder roll into the middle as the left moves back and we look towards the left. And then change. So left shoulder in, right shoulder back, looking to the right. And change. So just slowly flow from side to side like this. Little spiral in the spine, stretching through the shoulders, moving the neck, strengthening the legs. Then come back to the middle, bend more deeply into the knees, press into the feet and come up to standing. And then walk your feet back in. Give everything a shake. And now we're going to do a salute to the sun. I'm going to take my socks off so I have a bit more grip. And we'll come up to the top of the mat. So feet underneath the hips, hands down by the sides, and closing your eyes, feeling your feet connected, shoulder blades sliding down. As if you're inhaling through the soles of the feet, feel the energy lifting all the way up through the body, up through the crown of the head. So it feels like you're taller and lighter. And then as you exhale, let that awareness move back down and feel that you're grounding through your feet. Slow inhale as you lift the energy up. And an exhale as it grounds you. On the inhale, let the arms come up in a big circle above the shoulders. You can open your eyes if you want to and bend your knees. Exhale, tailbone reaches back and will fold all the way down. So your knees are bent enough so that belly is on the thighs. We're going to come up, stacking the spine and sliding the hands up the legs. So you're coming up to standing and bringing your hands onto your lower back. Not pushing, but feeling length. As you inhale, let the thighs come forward, back arch as you open the front of your body. Chin to the chest, bend the knees, stretch the tailbone back and slide your hands down the back of your legs. Coming down into a forward fold. Inhale, stack the spine as the hands slide up the front of the legs. Coming up to tall, hands onto the lower back. Inhale, thighs forward, stretch to the pubic bone, navel, heart, throat. Chin to the chest, bend the knees. Exhale, slide the hands down. We're going to stay down there this time. So knees bent enough so belly is on the thighs. Now bring your hands onto your knees, fingers in, thumbs out. Inhale up to halfway, so you straighten your legs, straighten your spine, lengthen out through the crown of the head and the tailbone. And then bend the knees and exhale, belly onto the thighs, slide the hands down. Fingers out by the sides of the feet. Let's take a big step back with our right foot. So it might be a couple of steps that you need to take to get it back. You want your left knee above your left ankle and for a bit of an angle on the right thigh. If you keep your toes tucked under, then the stretch will be just slightly more intense, or you can open your ankle. So we're going to inhale up onto our fingers and lengthen our spine, taking the weight of your body off of your thigh. And then exhale, lunge your hips forward and feel a stretch in the right side of your frontal hip area. All right, so now you're going to take your right hand just a bit closer to your left foot. You can be up onto your fingers or you can let your palm come down and then sweep the left arm up and around to the left and up towards the ceiling, just however far it goes. And you can look up towards your hand or just to the side. And then release, bringing your left hand down, evening the hands out, and then stepping back into a plank. So when you do your plank, if you want to do a big plank, the toes are tucked under, the heels are pressing away. Your spine's nice and long like a flat plank of wood. not like a rainbow. Try and tuck your tailbone in between your legs a little bit and almost feel like you're lifting your shoulder blades up towards the sky. Drawing your stomach muscles towards the spine. Then let your knees come down, inhale. And as you exhale, lower your chest down to the mat. Open out the ankles, gentle pushing into the shins. As we inhale, raise the head up and come into a little cobra. So again, you want to use your back muscles along the spine to arch yourself up. And breathe. And then exhale and lower yourself down. Press into the hands as you inhale and come up onto all fours. Taking the hips back over the heels, exhaling into child's pose. Inhale up onto all fours. Widen the knees, widen your hands a little bit and turn the palms out just slightly. So your middle fingers would be at around about 45 degrees. Tuck the toes under. Lift your knees, bring your belly onto your thighs. Broaden your shoulder blades and then inhale, straighten your legs and reach your tailbone up towards the sky and come up onto your toes. And then as you exhale, let your heels come towards the mat with a slight bend in your knees, particularly if you know you don't have very flexible calf muscles or Achilles or hamstrings. Then we're going to walk the dog. So we're doing a wide-legged, wide-handed dog. And just straightening one leg and then bending the other. Coming back to the middle and then letting your knees come down. So now we want to take our right foot forward as if it's going to come in between the hands. So you can just get it there however you need to. We have our right knee above our right ankle and some angle here in this left knee. So inhale up onto the fingers and then exhale, lunge the hips forward. All right, so we're going to take our left hand a little closer to the right foot. So it'll be underneath your shoulder, either onto the fingers or down onto the palm, and then sweep the right arm around and up towards the sky, either looking up or to the side. And then release it down, bringing the palms back out to even. Lift up your left knee. We'll tuck the toes under first and then lift the knee. And then I would like you to put your left foot back up near your right foot. So again, get it there however you can. We are going to come up to standing. So if you need to do that in a different way, please do. Let's bring our elbows onto our knees. And then bend the knees enough so the belly can be on the thighs, relaxing the head and the arms down. And then inhale a big circle with your arms as you come up to standing, bringing the palms together to the heart center. And closing your eyes. Do a couple of rounds of heaven and earth breath. So this time inhaling as if from the heavens to your heart center. And then exhaling from the heart down to the earth. Inhale, earth to heart. And exhale, heart to heavens. So keep on going like that. Couple more rounds. And once you're done, open your eyes with a smile and let your arms come down. All right, so we're going to do our inverted posture now. If you have a bolster, place it halfway along the mat. If you don't have a bolster, I'm sure you have a wall or a chair that you can get up next to and either put your calf muscles onto the place where your bottom would normally be if you were seated, or if your legs are going up the wall, try and get your bottom right up next to the wall and then take the legs up. So whichever is going to work best for you. And we do have bolsters for sale at the studio if you wanted to get one for yourself to have at home. All right, so settle in to an inverted posture. And once you are there, begin a 1 to 10 breath. So you'll inhale on the odd numbers and exhale on the evens. For example, as you inhale, you count 1, exhale 2. Inhale 3, and so on. If you make it all the way to 10, start at 1 again. If your mind wanders off, once you realise, start at 1 again. Feeling into your feet and your legs, the sensations. And then bending your knees back over your body. If you're over a bolster, taking your feet down to the mat one by one. If you're at the lounge or your legs are up the wall, you can let the soles of your feet come together with the knees wide. If you're over the bolster, you might like to let your legs slide a little or the entire way away. And now if you're over a bolster, hold on to the outside edges, bring one knee over the body, use your momentum to sit yourself up. If you're at the lounge or the wall, roll onto your side and just snuggle yourself up into a little ball on your side. And then we can move back into Shavasana, relaxation posture. So as we began, if you've got a head support, place it there ready. If you have a bolster or pillow for under your knees, put them there and then lay yourself down onto your back. Make sure you're nice and warm. Once you have made yourself comfortable, take your awareness to the breath at your nostrils. Touch and the temperature of the breath at the nostrils. Noticing sensations in the palms of the hands. Noticing the pulsing of your heart, or the beating of your heart in your chest. Feeling the pulsing around your entire body. So we'll take a journey of awareness around the body, feeling into and relaxing each part that's mentioned. If your mind wanders off, become aware. When you become aware, bring yourself back to wherever we are and join in. So we'll take our awareness across to the right side of the body, the thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, little finger, palm, back of the hand, wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, waist, hip, thigh, knee, lower leg, ankle, foot, big toe, second toe, third, fourth, and fifth toe. The whole right side of the body. And now to the left, thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, little finger, palm, back of the hand, wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, waist, hip, thigh, knee, lower leg, ankle, foot, big toe, second toe, third, fourth, and fifth. The whole left side of the body. Tips of the toes, soles of the feet, heels, back of the legs, buttocks, lower back, mid back, upper back, shoulder blades, the neck, scalp, forehead, eyebrows, eyes, nose, cheeks, ears, jaw, mouth, chin, throat, collarbones, chest, abdomen, pelvis, tops of thighs, knees, shins, tops of feet, tips of toes. The whole body relaxed. Whole body relaxed. Allowing your breath to deepen. Feel the back of the body, front of the body, clothes against your skin, the air on exposed skin. Run your tongue over your teeth. Give your fingers and toes a little wriggle. Circle your ankles and your wrists. And just move your body however you feel like you want to move. Finish off with a big stretch and a yawn. And then roll yourself onto your side. Snuggle up for a moment. Three things you're grateful for. And when you're ready, bring yourself up to seated. And we'll finish with a loving kindness prayer. Bring your hands to your heart center. And take a big breath in as you make a big circle with your arms, palms together to the crown of the head. May we be filled with loving kindness. To the eyebrow center, may we be well. To the throat, may we be peaceful and at ease in our lives. And to our hearts, may we be happy. Namaste.